Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to this beautiful session, which is going to be very inspiring and knowledgeable to one and all. Because we have several unsung heroes who are here with us to share their journey. Let's celebrate their lives and let's understand how they entered into their professional zone, how they're able to contribute to their growth and the growth of others as well. Fabtalks is all about inspiring others in the right way. Join us, friends, to welcome our celebrity and guest who is joining us from a lovely city, Hyderabad, which is in Telangana, India. He's none other than Lakshmoji. We'll welcome him and have a wonderful session and an inspiring one at that. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session.
Thank you, Andrea. Nice talking to you.
Thank you, sir, so much. Thank you for obliging to be a part of the International Fab Talks, for patronizing this platform. Thank you very much. I go ahead and share your profile in a brief way, and we begin the session.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. So, friends, when someone patronizes our platform and shares their time and expertise with us, it's really a moment of joy, and we have to really honor them in the right way. How? By following their footsteps. The good that they do, we should learn it from them. So today I share the profile of our celebrity and guest, as I earlier mentioned, is Lakshmoji Tejomurtula. He's joining us from Hyderabad, a lovely city. He belongs to an Orthodox family from Andhra Pradesh. He studied and lived in multiple cities, metro cities across the country. He's a wonderful entrepreneur, a coach, a mentor, academician, and a spiritual guide. So that's wonderful to have all of these in one person. That's wonderful. It's really very inspiring. Sir has more than 3 decades of experience and a successful track record in the corporate sector, corporate health sector, if I can put all of that right, corporate healthcare sector, including 22 years of service and 12 years plus, that is still counting, with regard to entrepreneurship in freelance business consulting. He has been able to enable others and as well as personally launch and promote unique dosage formulations, conceptualizing and promotion of unique digital healthcare platforms. That's wonderful. Sir launched 100 plus most successful brands, managed around about 30 brand managers, 30 plus brand managers, more than 2,000 sales professionals or personals, you could say, and trained around 600 plus executives. That's wonderful. Present occupation that sir is connected is, he is connected to Medibim Life Science Private Limited as a founding director of this digital healthcare startup, handling the overall business operations of the company and coordinating with other directors for business expansion and fundraising. That's really nice. As sir is also connected with Therabim Life Science Private Limited as a director here too of the formulations company, launched the unique therapeutic and dietary supplements in the state of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh as well, and working on expansion of the operations in other potential neighboring states. Apart from that, sir is also connected to Pratibim Healthcare Consultancy as the founding member of this consultancy firm, leading the team of senior consultants to offer the services to pharmaceutical and healthcare companies in product sourcing, brand assignments, portfolio management, training and management, development programs, etc. Now, dear friends, sir has completed his bachelor's in biology from Andhra University, master's degree, that is business management from Shivaji University, and several PG diploma courses from various esteemed and reputed institutions. Now, friends, I'd like to just go more about our celebrity and guest directly from sir. We'll get to know how he entered into this field and why he's donning so many hats, and how he became a spiritual guide. Ultimately, when you lead the spiritual path, that is where you understand the real existence of being present in this universe. So over to you. My very first question would be to you is, how did you enter into this phase or the space being a spiritual guide? Because that's the need of the hour for each one of us. If you could enlighten us about that.
Spiritual space, not the one that we plan to enter into. We are born into that. And whatever little preaching we get from our elders, the family, the relative circle, a friend circle, we keep on multiplying that, we keep on telling same thing to others. So that's how we expand our reach, and that's how we expand our ideology to others. The basic thing is that help others, they'll come back to help you. That's our basic principle.
That's really nice. Thank you so much for sharing, sir. Thank you very much. Now, there will be many of our friends out there who would like to know, why did you enter into this particular profession? There are several other professions available for a youngster to pick up, and you've chosen this field. Why did you enter into the healthcare sectors?
See, after completing the curriculum, one has to get into a profession for a living. And most of the people, like, they don't plan which area they have to get into. It comes in our way, maybe we are destined for that. I'm also not an exception to that. Like, probably healthcare was the first opportunity I got after passing out my post graduation. Then I took up that opportunity. Fortunately, I had good mentors counseling me, my seniors in the industry, people around me. They encouraged that. Then the more I started achieving the goals set by my seniors, the more I got the interest into this particular industry, that is healthcare industry. Now it is part and parcel of our life.
Wonderful, sir. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Now, sir, you are an academician as well. If you'd like to enlighten us about that journey as well.
I have been the visiting faculty for a few management institutions in Bombay as well as in Hyderabad. Then have been the visiting faculty to some institutes that teach pharmacy basically, because that also comes under healthcare. So I teach the brand management, marketing management, market dynamics. Basically, these are my favorite subjects. I take the classes for postgraduates and graduates who are pursuing their business administration courses. That's why I'm associated with, academics.
That's wonderful, sir. That's really nice to know. Thank you for sharing. Now, sir, you've also touched the lives of 2,000 plus salespersons. Now, how would you explain this to us? And how would you enlighten others, empower others to do the same? If you gain knowledge, it is your duty to share the knowledge with others and to, make others also grow in the field that you are already a master. Over to you, sir.
Healthcare industry, particularly pharmaceutical industry, is a people-centric industry. All right. So the headcount is very high in this industry. I've been lucky to have worked with these many people in different assignments at different levels, and most of them have been very, very cooperative with me. And in the process, as I grew, they also grew. That's how it is. So I would say that's the reason I never claimed that 2,000 people worked under me. I would always say I worked along 2,000 people in my entire career of 3 decades. We worked together, and we equally got the fruits for all of us. That's how my journey has been with these 2,000 people.
You're very humble, sir, to say that I worked with them and they were not under me. We worked together, and that's really nice. It's a very humble way to showcase your inner personality. I understand that. That's wonderful. Not taking the credit all to yourself, sharing the credit with others.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Now, sir, we'd like to know about your childhood. What kind of a child were you? Did you, ever want to ever enter into the medical stream? Did you ever have that thought when you were a youngster? Or maybe that developed later? What kind of a child were you? Were you an observant child? or you were just a happy-go-lucky child. Most of the children are happy-go-lucky children, but there are very few children who are very observant what's happening around them. What kind of a kid were you when you were a youngster?
It is both, actually. Yes, I was as a child happy-go-lucky because the love I got from my parents, they never like forced me to taste that struggle as far as the parenting is concerned. At the same time, journey had not been that comfortable because, see, for all of us, I would say nothing comes so easy. And in my life also, nothing came so easy. I had to struggle like all other people, starting from like passing out of high school, then getting into undergraduate courses, and then graduate courses, then post graduation. Nothing was so easy. Everything was hard earned, right? And at no point of time we had the definite, like it is, I had the definite idea that I would become this one or I would become this one. At no point of time I had this. I had to look for the future every time. Okay, what next? What next? What next? Of course, the basic thing in those good olden days, like anyone entering into that biology stream, the first option for anyone was like becoming a doctor. But not everyone is fortunate enough to get to that. Then we go to other streams. Probably my wish was also to become a doctor, which I couldn't. In our life, very difficult to get what we feel is the first option. So what we go for the next best option is, that is where we make our career. I'd gone into this biology stream, then I'd been into management, then I'd been into marketing stream. Probably I was destined for that, and that's how my journey in this professional track progressed. Nothing was actually planned, let me admit. I don't know, not only me, most of the people who come into sales profession, and no one would aspire to become a salesman, right? A sales profession is always the last option for anyone. But some people come here, they excel, do well, and they'll make their own path towards the progress. And I'm no exception to that.
Yes, sir. I like the honesty that you have. You shared it very well. You're very clear and shared a lot of clarity. When you speak like this, the youngsters out there will get a good clarity. That's really nice. Thank you so much for being very honest on that given question. Now, sir, I'd like you to share a wonderful message for the youth, because many of them are puzzled. Some are facing a lot of unemployment, even though they are highly educated, yet they are stuck up in their mind. They're still not okay as to what they should do next. What next? They are still lost somewhere with so many degrees in their hand. They're unable to bag a good job. So what kind of an advice or suggestion, will not go with advice, what kind of a suggestion you'd like to give from all the experiences that you've had? Wait for the right job to come, or take on any job that comes and sustain yourself for a certain period of time and then dive into the dream job of your choice?
See, the woman, we hear it from every corner of the society that a lot of unemployment, people are not getting the jobs and all. In India, I don't see any problem of unemployment. We have a huge problem called unemployables. You acquire the degrees and certificates, whatever the number you want and wherever the area you want into. At the same time, a basic trait you have to get is employability. Are you getting the employability? Are you making yourself job ready? This is what everyone has to question themselves. Like, you walk into any office today or any entrepreneur you talk to, you would always say, right, we're not getting the people. We're not getting the right people. Then who is that right person? Who are those right people? You try to become one, then where is unemployment? You have to get that tag of employability, not the certificates alone, not the degrees alone. That employability, the precursor of that employability is adaptability. So the advice to youngsters is that increase your employability. That is the main thing. That employability comes with adaptability. As I said, you adapt yourself to, like, whatever the situation, whatever the opportunity that comes in your way. That's the thing these youngsters should look into.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience on that. Thank you very much. A well answered one. Now, sir, you've also been connected to the launching of 100 most successful brands. That's also very nice. You could share something about that as well. You're connected with Medibem as a founding director, Therabem as a director, and Pratibem as the founder. So these are all unique concepts to the common man. We're all common people. We don't have that much of knowledge as to what goes on in the healthcare industry. So if you could just elaborate and share all of that such that each one of us could be enlightened and the youngsters who would like to join this field could gain a lot of experience and knowledge from what you share.
Branding concept is very challenging, right? Particularly in healthcare, if you have any home appliances company in that industry, you have one brand and you can sell anything under that brand. That's how the umbrella branding works for them. But in case of healthcare, particularly in pharmaceutical industry, it doesn't go with one brand. It has to be multiple brands. Creating the brand, nurturing it, and making it successful is a process, particularly in pharmaceutical industry, because you have to deal with many brands. Here, all the brands in pharmaceutical industry, particularly in medicines, first 4-5 letters of that trademark, a brand name, they are crucial. Because that has to come onto the pen of the influencers called doctors. Doctors will have to write that brand because they don't write the generic, they write the brand because they trust the brand. Every brand has its own unique feature, maybe a technical feature, or maybe packaging, or maybe the active ingredients or inactive ingredients. Each brand has got its own USP. Either it is generic specific or disease specific, which is packed into, like, a small word. That is a challenging factor for any pharmaceutical company. I just mentioned 100+ brands which were launched by me. If one company is having the medicines for variety of diseases, variety of infections or disorders, they'll have variety of brands also. And we cannot apply the same marketing formula or marketing strategy for some other brand. It all depends on the target customer. Your target customer is basically the doctor. Because in pharmaceutical industry, what we have is that customer and consumer are two different entities here. Consumer is the patient on whom we don't have any influence. Customer is the doctor who doesn't consume our product. Right? So this is a kind of tripartite kind of marketing we have for the patients through doctors. Right? Fortunate enough, I think more than 100 brands I launched, some were not successful. That's how it works. But most of them, I'm very happy that most of the brands what I launched were successful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for explaining all of that. And you gave us a good clarity, the customer and consumer. I get that very clear now. You've taken a lot of patience to explain all of that very clearly about branding and how it works, how to convince the doctor in the right way and all of that. And to launch the products, you've been launching more than, more than 100 products, as you mentioned. You've been branding more than 100 products. That's wonderful. Now, sir, in the healthcare field, in this pharmaceutical healthcare sector, who do you think is a great inspiration for you? Today, you are an inspiration because you've completed more than 3 decades. You are who you are today. Like, you're a self-made person, worked very hard on various projects, and you've reached a certain height. In the eyes of many youngsters, you will and peers as well, you will definitely be an inspirational figure. Who has inspired you in this sector in particular, in the pharmaceutical industry? Your role model or inspiration?
Many people to quote. I think it'll be very unfair on my part to miss out some people, but they don't put any special efforts to groom us or train us. But we take the inspiration from them and get trained by them without they knowing that they are training us, without they knowing that they are mentoring us. But yes, there had been a lot of influences on me, good influences, and not to forget those who demotivated me. I had all kinds of people. It was not basically like correcting my mistake. Correcting the mistake is totally different from demotivating. All right. And I mean, I must thank them also. So I thank both motivators and demotivators equally. They have been part of my journey.
I should thank you for saying this. I should thank you for sharing this. We should thank our motivators and demotivators as well. You put that very well. And I think for the first time, somebody on the International Fabtalks has spoken like this. Like, we should even thank our demotivators. Somewhere down the line, they give us the necessary push that, yes, no matter what the world says, I'm going to go and get that, what I aspire for. That's wonderful. I really like that wonderful answer, sir. Hats off to you for that beautiful answer. Now, sir, you are an entrepreneur as well. Now, I'd like to know, what are the risks that an entrepreneur has to be ready to face? There are several risks. What kind of risks they should face according to you? The risks that you faced, and how did you overcome all of the challenges in this journey as an entrepreneur?
Entrepreneurship is the most difficult one. That is the reason not many people get into that. I've been both. Like I was working as an employee in a company for over 2 decades, and for over a decade now, I'm the employer. I've been both. Many people ask me, what's the difference between these two? So when I started my own venture, some of the then colleagues told me, rather they were little jealous on me, saying, now you're going to be your own boss. I also felt that I was going to be my own boss. But entrepreneurship is not that. When I was working as an employee in the industry, I had one boss. Today, I have many bosses. Because a boss, in sense, it is not the one who gives me the instruction. It is the one who I have to work for. As a business consultant, as a marketing consultant, I have about 11 people now I'm giving my service to. Right? Technically, I cannot call them as bosses, but I'm working for them. Right? So earlier I was working for one person, now I'm working for 11 people, 11 companies. Because these people, they have different expectations from us. Okay, I've been the business consultant and a marketing consultant for several companies, some mid-sized companies, and startup companies. They have different expectations, and my role changes from one client to other client. It is not the same role that I play. Okay, some people, they expect, like, those who come into this industry, they think that a healthcare industry, pharma industry is in a cash rich industry. There's a lot of money. Let us also go there and make money. But making that money is not automatic there, right? We have to create a portfolio. We have to create the brands. We have to create that market stakes. Then only you'll get the numbers, right? So, working with different people with different perspectives and different expectations from them, right? So this makes us, the very strong in our conviction that, okay, this is going to work. Please do this. Initially, it was not possible for me to impose my ideas on the clients because I was also, like, going along with them. But at one point of time, I got the confidence in me saying that, if things are done the way I suggest, there is going to be a success. This is how the entrepreneurship that gets developed. Initially, you will have very low confidence. As you progress, you will get to that level of high confidence that you're very, very sure that the chances of success are much, much higher than some chances of failure in your strategies. That's a journey one takes from startup to mature company, or startup to growing company. That's how the entrepreneurship progresses.
Thank you very much for sharing that. Thank you very much. I get a good clarity on that. Thank you. Nothing is easy, but then you have to put in little effort from your side. And as you said, connecting with different bosses. Technically, they are not called bosses, but yes, when you connect with different people who are like connecting with you as an entrepreneur, definitely I understand what you've explained very well. That's really nice. And if you're an employee, you have only one boss. That also you've explained that so well. Now, sir, you've also been connected with, during your initial years, you spent around about 22 successful years working from the grassroots level, right up to the managerial post, like with regard to strategic business units, etc., in renowned corporates like Ranbaxy, Dr. Reddy's, SOL Pharmaceuticals Limited, Arbindo Pharma Limited, Aglo Med Limited, and Alchem Laboratories, etc. Now, amongst all of them, you might have learned several things. What is that one thing that you can never forget that you have learned from all of these places where you've worked in these 22 years? What is that one thing that made you stand out from the crowd? Is it perseverance, consistency? What is it?
One thing I've always learned throughout this is that, not what that I'm doing, what that I'll be doing after 2 years. Okay, that had put me in constant chase because, no one chased me. I wanted to create a chase on myself, by myself, right? So what I learned or what I did is that, don't confine yourself only into the assignment given to you. All right, look here and there, because most of the times what happens, it is not your core area that gives you the growth. The ancillary areas will give you far better growth. If you are into the marketing department of any company, be it healthcare, be it pharmaceuticals, or software, any company, okay, marketing, excelling in marketing will give you the promotions. But equal work on other peripheral departments, as that ancillary departments will give you the entrepreneurship. The choice is between getting only the promotions or growth with the entrepreneurship, right? So the opportunity what I had when I was working in sales, okay, I didn't confine myself only into sales. The closely connected issue there was that logistics and the brand building kind of thing. The people who saw me that interest in brand building, they took me out of that sales field and put me in the branding. Okay, which is the kind of promotion to me. Okay, then when I was looking into branding, I didn't stop there. I started looking into overall operations, like started learning all these things. Those bosses who had seen that interest in me, that I was good enough in operations, they upgraded me from branding to operations. That's so from one assignment to other assignment, I did not take the jumps from assignment to assignment on same level or same functional area. Whenever I had an opportunity of shifting the job, I taken my core area plus 2, 3 other areas. Again, after jumping my core area plus 2, 3 other areas. That's how I could make myself comfortable with overall operations of this healthcare industry. And that is helping me in giving the better service to my clients today. That's how I've been working with the companies for multiple years.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all of that. Thank you very much. That's really very nice. As you said, like, you'd like to give your very best. You've learned a lot and you'd like to continue with the same, person when you connect with one, organization or one client, to get that word right, if I could put that right. One client, you'd like to renew it and continue again, if I'm not mistaken. That's really nice to have that trust and you getting connected with them, they getting connected with you, understanding the wavelength that is required with regard to professional matters. That's really nice. Now, sir, one last question that I'd like to pose to you is, we all have to leave this world one fine day. No matter what healthcare system we have in place to save our lives, one fine day, we're going to leave this universe. Now, when it's time for us to leave this world, we will leave. How would you want people to remember you once you have done your job on this earth and you're no more? How people remember Lakshmoji?
See, it is not a compulsion or it is not an obligation for the people to remember me. It is me who has to make them remember. That's it. I always say one thing: give a smile, smile will come back to you. Be honest, honesty will come back to you. Right? Sometimes what happens, when you give a smile, you may not get the smile back immediately. If the smile comes back, even after I leave this earth, that is some achievement for me. Okay, that is how the people remember us. Right? So the mantra is that give a smile, smile will come back to you. Be honest, honesty will come back to you. That may come back when you're alive, and that may come back when you die, after you die. If someone has done any damage to me today, I would say probably I did similar kind of damage to him earlier. No regrets. Carry on. And I also tell the people that if they have a feeling that I have done any harm to them and damage to them, well, my dear, probably you have done same thing to me, or you did same thing to me, earlier. That's how it is.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for sharing all of that. Thank you. You made us understand very well about a smile and the connection that we have. Either we meet people now, we may hurt them, or we might have heard them long back. All of that you've explained that so well and made it more clear for us. Now, sir, one last request before we end the session. Give us 3 magical words from your end. Apart from please, sorry, and thank you, we always put in a little request for the last 3 words as a gift to the International Fabtalks, where we can focus our lives and build a beautiful world?
Magical words are like, these words come together and make a sentence. They're not just individual words, right? My magical words are always that you want three.
More than three, too.
Rest of our life is best of our life. This is my mantra. Right?
Wonderful, sir. I really like this. The rest of our life is the best of our life. That's how we have to take it forward. That's really very nice. And I haven't heard this before. For the first time, I'm listening to this. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Looking forward to many more interactions with you. Thank you so much for taking out your time and being so patient enough to answer all the questions that I posed today on this platform. Thank you very much. Thanks to Mr. Srivatsan as well for sharing your contact details with me to connect with you. And when we connect with the right kind of people, get to know their mindset, it's always a moment of joy for us on the International Fabtalks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so lot, Andrea. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. Dear friends, with this, we'd like to wind up today's session. It's signing off from the International Fab Talks. Before we sign off, do share this video with the right kind of people. They may be interested in what was being shared today. It might, empower them in the right way. You never know who is out there wanting to listen to all of that which was being shared today, right from one's challenges, right up to how one could become an entrepreneur, could face all the challenges, could meet different people, and you can connect with sir. He is also a good consultant. If I could put all of that right, I would really be happy if people bond network with the right kind of people. And with this, I'd like to sum up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment to the International Fab Talks. If you think we are doing a good job connecting with the right kind of people, bringing the best celebrities on this platform, the real life heroes who have been through the ups and downs and still emerging victorious with every challenge they face. Stay safe, stay blessed. Don't forget to smile and love your family, love yourself as well. Stay connected. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks so much.